Hello class, in today's video we shall be trying to simplify this algebraic expression that was meant for year 11 students, but we'll try to solve it anyways, and in the process you'll hopefully learn something. Let's get started. So the first thing I've done is split this question up. As you can see, I've split the question up into two separate parts. So the left hand side should be the first part and the right hand side will be the second part. So let's start by simplifying the first part. So I'm going to just try to simplify it best as I can. So far nothing I can do really, but right down here, the denominator of this fraction has a common factor, which means factorizing time. So m squared divided by m is the common factor, so m squared divided by m is just m. Positive 2mn divided by m is 2n, so positive 2n plus 2n. We've officially simplified the first part of this algebraic expression. Now let's continue. First things first, we're going to get rid of the fractions, which can be really annoying. So multiply that by the LCD. The LCD should be should be this right here. So times by m times m plus 2n. So first of all, use a different color. This will cancel because we're multiplying the same thing right here. Division is the opposite of multiplication. The m over here will cancel, and this 2, so we'll go from left to right. 2 times m plus 2n minus 3n m plus 2n. Oh wait, sorry, this m shouldn't be there. Plus 9n squared minus 2m squared. So we simplified this further. Now we're going to expand it and then hopefully simplify it once again by collecting the like terms. So 2m squared, I'm just using the rainbow method right here. 4mn minus 3mn minus 6n squared plus 9n squared minus 2m squared. So positive, let's start from left to right. So this 2m squared right over here, use a different color. This 2m squared right over here and this 2m squared right over here are exactly the same, except this one is negative, which means this will cancel out with this positive, leaving us with just the center. I'm going to go back to yellow. So that's 4mn minus 3mn. Take the coefficients. 4 minus 3 is just 1. 1 times mn is mn, so we got mn. Negative 6n squared plus 9n squared is positive 3n squared. And we can actually further factorize this, taking out the common factor, which should be n. There we go. Okay, so we've simplified this, and this is, remember, this is all under this. This is, because we're still dividing it by that. M times m plus 2n. Okay, now to move on to the second part, which is this right up here. I'm going to have to copy that. Okay, perfect. So, time to get started on the second part. So the second part, I'm going to once again split this up. So the first part right there, second part right over here. This denominator is actually quite annoying because it has a fraction in it, and that's what we're going to try and get rid of. So the first thing we're going to do is multiply this entire expression right over here. Up there, times by m plus n, because what you have to do on top, you have to do it on the bottom as well. m plus n. Okay, so the bottom bit first is 4n squared. This will cancel with the times m plus n. Cancel, leaving us with negative 4n squared. The front stays the same, so m plus n. M times m plus n minus 2n times m plus n minus 4n squared, because this fraction this denominator cancels out with what we're multiplying this by. The top is just m plus n right here, so so the top is just m plus n, and now we can expand this out. So I'm just expanding this right here. So m times n is m squared plus mn minus 2mn minus 2n squared minus 4n squared. Collect the like terms. So m squared stays the same, there's nothing to counteract that. M plus mn minus 2mn, that's negative mn, minus 6n squared, collect like terms once again, leaving us with m plus n over, and we can actually factorize this into two terms right here. So factorizing that out, we have to find, so the front should be m because m times m is m squared. We have to find two terms that multiply to give us 6n squared that have to add up to equal mn. So I'm going to put that as, yes, this is correct. It's a little bit of guesswork here, but after a while you should get the correct answer. So now we got this, and remember from up here, because we're simplifying the second part, which is this right here, we're simplifying this, now we have to add that back in. 1 over m, so 1 over m minus this. So first of all, let's do standard fraction solving, which means we do the cross method right here. So 1 times m plus 2n times m minus 3n, that just stays the same. M minus 3n minus m times m plus n, and base, the denominator, should also stay the same. So we're just multiplying horizontally right over here. So m times m plus 2n times m minus 3n. Okay, perfect. So now what we have to do is we have to bring it all back to what we started with. So I'm going to highlight this. So first of all, we're going to have to bring this expression that we got from the first part of our question, bring it all the way down, and then we're going to start solving. What we've done is we basically simplified what we had at the start, and we're going to bring it all together. So this was divide, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it was. So now when you're dividing something, you have to get the second term, the term which you're dividing by, and you have to flip it. So if it's a fraction, so we're going to flip this. Times m minus 3n all over m plus 2n, m minus 3n, I'm just flipping the fraction, minus m plus n, times n times m plus 3n, all over m times m plus 2n. Now here is the fun part, cancelling out all the like terms to finally get our result. Oh my god, it's been such a long journey to get to this point. So m plus 3n, there's nothing to cancel out with. M plus 2n, yes, we can cancel right here. I'm gonna use red. Actually, let's use this orangey color. So we're going to cancel that out with this, they're like terms. So now we're going to expand out this, the denominator on this side. So m squared, we're going to expand this out. So m squared minus mn minus 6n squared minus m squared minus mn. Now redo this. So this m squared right here will cancel out with this m squared, leaving us with negative 2mn minus 6n squared. We can further factorize this. The common factor is 2n, negative 2n times m plus 3n, and that's what we got here. This m plus 3n is actually the same as this m plus 3n, so these two can cancel each other out. Isn't that wonderful? So this can go away, leaving us with just, what have we got here? So mn times m minus 3n all over the final result, which is m times negative 2n, negative 2mn. We're at the end of the page, so I'm going to use blue for this because we're at the end. So this mn right over here can cancel out with this mn, leaving us with just m minus 3n all over negative 2. That is the answer to whatever question we had at the very start. This, oh, okay, Well, I've kind of lost the question, but the question we started with, this is the answer. I hope you learned something. See you next time.